So you completed your home inspection, your appraisal came in okay, you've been in the underwriting process for a few weeks now, and your lender has finally given you your CTC or your clear to close. And you're thinking in your mind, I'm ready to head to the closing table. This has been a long process. I'm ready to sign those documents and get the keys to my brand new home. But there's one other final step that you must complete before closing day, and that is the final walkthrough. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my step-by-step process and checklist that I use for my clients when doing the final walkthrough. My name is Sherilyn Williams, and I'm your local Chicagoland realtor, helping you build your dreams through real estate. So when you're doing the final walkthrough, this is a time to go around the home and make sure that the home sellers completed the negotiated repairs from the home inspection. This is not a time where you're going to get really nitpicky, and if you see something that's minor and say, you know what, I want the home seller to take care of this. It's only looking at major things and being sure that they completed everything that you negotiated. So a lot of realtors like to do the final walkthrough a couple of hours before the closing. But for me personally, I like to do my client's final walkthrough the day before, because this gives us time to address any issues and let all of the parties in the transaction know that something's going on. Oftentimes on the closing day, you're already swamped and very busy with signing a lot of documents and paperwork, and that can really put a lot of pressure on everyone if you just come at the closing just a couple hours before when you did your final walkthrough and say, you know, these are some issues. So when you're doing your final walkthrough, you always want to do your final walkthrough with your realtor, because it's always good to have a second set of eyes. And if you see anything major in the home that needs to be addressed, you and your realtor should both take a picture of the issue so that you can present it to the attorneys on the closing day. So now let's go ahead and go into my checklist of what I look for in a final walkthrough. Number one, when my clients arrive to the home, I tell everyone that's there, even the kids, that I want everyone to walk around the home and turn on the lights. We just want to be sure that the lights come on. Sometimes what I will do is I'll take my iPhone charger cord and plug it into the outlets to make sure that the outlets are working. The second step is checking the plumbing. We'll go around the home into the bathrooms. We'll turn on the water faucet to make sure the water is flowing out. We'll also check the shower head and the bathtub, making sure water is coming out freely. Then we'll head over to the bathroom vanity. We want to check that there's no busted pipe under there or that there's any water leakage on the floor of the cabinet. Third, we're going to head into the kitchen. We're going to check all of the appliances. We always start with the stove, and if it's a gas stove, we'll turn it on, making sure all of the eyelets come on. If it's an electric stove, we'll be sure that that burner heats up. Then we'll turn on the oven, check that, make sure it comes on. Then we'll head up, if you have a microwave there, we'll turn on the microwave and make sure that works. Then we'll head over to the dishwasher and we'll turn it on. We're not really going to do a full cycle with the dishwasher. We just want to be sure that it comes on. Then we'll head over to the kitchen sink. We'll turn on the faucet, and then we'll check under the kitchen sink just like we did in the bathroom vanity, making sure that there's no pipe that's loose or busted, or if there's any water on the bottom of the cabinet. We'll go up to the top, turn on the garbage disposal, make sure that's working, and then we'll head over to the refrigerator and be sure that's on. The fourth step is we'll check for any wall damage or floor damage. Oftentimes when you have movers and they're moving big furniture, they may put a hole in the wall. Now, if it's a little hole, it's nothing major, but let's say there's this big gaping hole, that's something that you may request that the home sellers fix. We'll go around, make sure there's no broken windows or glass. We'll check the sliding glass doors and windows and make sure that they open and close freely. The fifth step is we'll head down into the basement and check the HVAC. Now, none of us are professional HVAC people, but we just want to be sure that the water heater is not leaking any water on the floor. The furnace looks okay. Now, if your washer and dryer is downstairs in the basement, now is the time where you would turn on the washer and check your dryer. The sixth step is we're going to head out to the garage. We're going to turn on the garage and see that the door comes up and down and freely closes. We'll also turn on the lights. Then we'll head over to the thermostat, make sure that the heat and air conditioning is working properly. And the final step is we'll go outside, walk around the home, and make sure that everything is secure. There's no siding that has fallen off. And that's something that you could probably address yourself. But we just want to walk around and make sure that the home looks good. If you like the information that I provide in this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that this information can get out to more people. Now, you may be asking yourself, what if we go to the final walkthrough and there's a major issue? Let's say, like in my previous example, there's water all over the floor down in the basement from the water heater. How would this be addressed at the closing? Well, what you would do from when you start the final walkthrough, you and your realtor would take the photos and show them to the attorneys at the closing. And there is a couple options that the sellers can take. They can either write you a check right there on the spot and give you a seller credit, or the attorneys and the sellers may agree to take the net proceeds from the sale of their home and place those funds in a special escrow account. Once the home sellers complete the repairs, then they would get the money from the sale and they can go on their way, and then you can be in your new home. I hope that this video has been very helpful and educational to you. And if you have any suggestions or comments, drop them below in the comment section. And if you are in the Chicagoland area and you need any help with your real estate needs, reach out to me. I would be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching.